When you go carnivore, keto, or frankly, any elimination diet, we're taking out processed foods. Carnivore, you go a level further because you're actually taking out plant toxins. When you do that, what you're doing is you're cleaning up your baseline, right? So you're going to have less irritation on your gut, more ability for your gut to heal and absorb nutrients better. You're going to have less inflammation, less bloating. And so it's going to kind of clean you out and give you a, for lack of, I'm trying to simplify it, and give like, okay, so why, if I go back to those foods like pasta and pizza and things like that, why wouldn't my body be tolerating it better because I'm healing on carnivore? And the answer is because it's still processed food. And so it's going to be louder to your body when those symptoms and the reactions to that food. And don't forget, it takes a really long time to heal. So, sometimes when, like, I saw a guy who lived a whole life unhealthy, went carnivore, had a heart attack. The carnivore didn't cause the heart attack. Let's talk about the lifestyle that he lived all the way prior. So even when you go clean and then you reintroduce foods back in, you're still in the same body that had experienced the lifestyle prior to. When you were pre-keto carnivore, your body was experiencing those foods every single day. You had inflammation and you had probably gaps in your gut, nutrient deficiencies. And so your body wasn't hearing all of those things because everything was are in a super, super loud room and one more person starts speaking. You don't really notice it because you're in a super loud, overwhelming, really intense room, right? So in the same way, sometimes you're in a space and you don't even notice. You've been there for a couple hours and you don't notice it smells, and somebody new walks in, they're like, oh, what smells in here? And you've just become used to it because there were so many things going on. Your body became used to it. And this is the same way that your cells become insulin resistant, because it's like the boy that cried wolf, and the insulin comes around, knock, knock, knock on your cells. It's all the time, so much insulin, because the blood sugar keeps going up and up and the insulin is always needed. And so the cells stop answering because they're like, got it. Oh my gosh, overwhelmed, right? So it's not exactly like the boy that cries wolf, but you know what I mean. So it's one of those things that now that you've reintroduced those foods back in, your body is just more aware, and you're more aware, that mind-body connection. Become more intolerant because you go carnivore. There are so many people that come into my comments that are like, oh my God, you're removing all the things. Good luck later when you start introducing them back in. It's like, no. The body gets quiet, right? So then I can hear what's happening when I start to reintroduce. I just saw someone just now when I was scrolling say, oh, I introduced a couple spices back in and I realized that they don't work for me, and so I'm going to take those back out. How amazing is that? When I was chomping down on candy every afternoon, I would have never noticed if paprika bothered me,